If you're looking to prepare for Saturn going into Aries next year in 2025, this is something that you probably need to hear. The Mars retrograde that we are in right now is allowing us to not only reprioritize what we're working on, re-strategize, also rest, heal, recover, and rediscover. We're understanding our new priorities for the next 2 years. We're understanding where we want to go and how we want to get there. Understanding maybe what has cost us in the previous 2 years since Mars has been retrograde. And in that restructure and reorder of our priorities, when Saturn enters Aries next year, Saturn in Aries is a Saturn that is ruled by war. By war, dude. By war, by war. Saturn itself is harsh, it's hard. The structure, the order, the keeping of creation and the places that it needs to be, the boundaries and how articulated they have to be. But a Saturn that's in Aries, there's a lot of other parts to it besides war, because Aries also has to do with the children and like liberating the youth, liberating our inner child, healing our inner child, picking our inner child up and the children up out of situations and offering them a new space and place to be that is not in harm's way, where they're more mature and they have new opportunities. So it has a lot to do with innocence. And also, it's ruled by war. Aries wouldn't have to do with the kids within its stories if the kids were not already in a harmful position. That's why they're granted a way to escape or get out of that harmful position. The harmful position exists already. So one of the things about this Mars retrograde, if you're someone who kind of plans long-term with transits or you're working with long-term goals and structures right now, look at really the seat of power that you're asking for over the next 2 years. Look at your Aries placements and understand the house that Aries is into. Understand for yourself if there's any power in that area that you're asking for before we even get to Saturn in Aries. Because this Mars retrograde, it's allowing time for the masculine to rest and to heal. While the feminine, it's doing its final work before we get to a Venus retrograde. So right now, that masculine gets to rest, receive, harvest, and restructure, reprioritize, while the feminine kind of carries the masculine. It switches up when Venus switches into retrograde and Mars is direct, but more on that in another video, okay? For now, let's focus on Saturn. So bringing it back, that's true. What do you need within your Aries places and spaces in your chart within those priorities so that you don't have to confront battle, so that you can have victories and you don't have to go up against enemies? You don't have to place yourself in a space of possible harm to get what you want. And if you're doing that, that you're able to confront what you want very easily and walk through. So right now, the masculine is healing in this Mars retrograde, revealing in this Mars retrograde, feeling in this Mars retrograde, so that it's able to healthily carry us for the next 2 years within its forward moving motion. So take care of your Saturn and your Aries during this Mars retrograde, because over the coming years, what we prioritize and how we prioritize, how we rest, how we heal, how we harvest in this Mars retrograde, it's going to be the foundation for our structure and order when Saturn is in Aries. And Saturn, if you know anything about it, it's about pattern, and it can be kind of harsh when the lessons come through. It's a teacher, it's a father figure. So protect yourself in this Mars retrograde by doing the healing, harvesting work with masculine energy. Let the feminine be unbound and creative. That's something also that's a little bit helpful for that process. However it is that you need that. True. And gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep up your brew. Keep up your witches brew. That's true. Keep doing what you need to do. And I'll talk to you soon. Shout out Mars. Thanks for the retrograde. Thanks for the rest and the healing. True.